everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I came across this article and I thought, this may seem insignificant. And a lot of people brought it up at the time that Harry used the wrong title for his father in his statement to the court. And I was like, well, this we could use this topic to look into his attitude towards his father, right? Because everybody's one of the questions is Harry and Meghan working against King Charles, or are they secretly working together? And it seems that according to this article, Harry used the wrong referred to his father with the wrong salutation, I guess you could say. He called him HRH instead of His Majesty, but then he used the correct title for his brother. So anyways, we're just going to read through this, not very long, and then I'm going to throw some cards as we read along. So fans are calling Prince Harry out for misusing royal titles in testimony. It says Harry's court testimony has contained a lot of juicy tidbits and bombshell accusations, but one more subtle aspect has royal fans on Twitter in a tizzy, and it has to do with something as simple as using the royal titles. Well, we all know the titles are a big deal to Harry and Meghan. Oh no, that's right. The only title Meghan worries about is mom. I mean, the only title the Duchess of Sussex cares about. She tells everybody to call her that, right? In Harry's 55-page witness statement for his phone hacking case, there seems to be an error regarding his father Charles's royal title. In the statement, Harry calls him HRH, His Royal Highness King Charles III. The HRH was Charles's previous title. Now, as monarch, he should be referred to as His Majesty. And royal watchers are wondering if this was an intentional flub. So the tweet says it's interesting that Prince Harry referred to the king incorrectly as His Royal Highness, not His Majesty. Intentional? Fans comment, not a mistake. Royal fans are speculating that the usage of Charles's previous title means that with Harry's testimony, especially since, as one Twitter user put it, well, you'd think someone who grew up in the royal family might know which reference should be used. Chris Ship said, minor in the scheme of things, but odd no one proofreading the witness statement picked up Prince Harry referred to his father as Royal Highness. And Harry swore, by the way, in court, he swore that he wrote this himself, his witness testimony. But we know he didn't. In part was totally not him. But anyways. So why would Harry make such a mistake? Well, it could be due to confusion on how his father should be referenced with the title, though Charles is now His Majesty after being crowned monarch during the relevant period referred to in the trial from 1996 to 2010. Charles was still Prince of Wales, and as such was titled His Royal Highness. However, Harry did refer to his brother William in the statement by his current title, HRH, Prince of Wales, my brother. Though some Twitter conspiracy theorists speculate that perhaps the statement was written by wife Meghan Markle, most likely, and that would explain the discrepancies. The Duke of Sussex swore under oath that the entire witness statement was penned by himself. So this is interesting. This can expose Harry lying to the court again, right? And it could no doubt or it could just be that he wrote it and he's taking a dig at his father that he thought maybe only his father would catch. Let's find out. I'm going to throw a few cards. We know Harry didn't write that whole thing. Please. That ending part was just ridiculous. It was Meghan written all over the end. But anyways, let's see. What was Harry's attitude with this HRH? Oh, and by the way, today I'm going to be using the Hanson Roberts deck. It's a cute deck. Never underestimate the power of a cute deck. I gotta tell you, it can give you the most accurate readings. So why did Harry use HRH for his father? Why did he use the wrong title? Or King Charles? Let me get a few cards here. Why did Harry use the wrong title? Okay. Page of Cups, writing, emotional writing, creative writing. I think the whole thing was made up. So this card is like being creative and just make a pack of lies. Harry talking to his fish here. He was talking to his booze. Ooh, Ace of Swords. Take that. He was using this emotional document, and he was getting his revenge with this document. I mean, most of that document was just accusations, and he was using it to make a point, for sure. Did Harry did Harry write the oh. Yeah, their relationship is over here. He's just like, wow. He is not recognizing, I think his father's he's, like, basically sending the message here in a creative way, him and Megan. Oh, man, look at that. Let's see if Megan wrote it. You know Megan wrote it. But I'm getting here that he was making a point to his father that he wishes him dead, basically. Like he's not recognizing, or just that he's not recognizing his, uh, him and Megan, Harry and Megan are very clever with finding ways to insult and make digs, but at the same time, how Megan is. It's the way Megan says things. You see with Samantha's case, the way Megan phrases things, so she can try to have plausible deniability. Well, that's what Harry's doing here with this document. Did Harry really write this document? Did Harry really write his witness statement like he swore to in court and signed documents to that effect? Did Harry really write this witness statement on his own? He claimed he sat there and wrote it on his own, which I guess is possible, but with the help of his lawyers, of course. Oh, 10 of Wands reversed. Oh, he didn't write this. He passed it off on someone else. It was a lot of work. Harry could not do that on his own. It was too much. I mean, he's, what is it, 6, 7 court cases he's involved in? All right, who wrote it? Was it the lawyer? Was it Megan? I mean, he didn't write it on his own. I mean, obviously he had to listen to it and go over it, but he was writing a book at the same time. I mean, give me a break. Ah, you think Harry was some prolific author with all the stuff he's coming out with? He didn't write it. He didn't write it. Not the whole thing, anyways. King of Wands here. Could be a man, one of his lawyers, maybe Sherborne. I wrote the draft for him. Somebody else wrote this. What was Megan's input? How much did Megan input? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. 5 of Swords. Yeah. Megan definitely had her input all over it. She went over everything and said, I want this. I want that. So she was definitely involved, Megan. But was this really a dig? What was the message from calling King Charles HRH? What was the message Harry was sending there? Ooh, 8 of Swords. What was the message he was sending there? You're playing dumb with it, right? I mean, obviously she's you know feeling like this is she's blind there, she's not seeing, and she's like someone who couldn't help it. Like it was he wanted strength reversed. Harry and Meghan out of control here. So I'm taking it that Harry is pretending that, oops, I mean, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't notice it. But really, it's him and Megan being out of control, obnoxious, trying to get away with a dig. I think Megan's the main force behind it. She's the one that's, making the little digs at everything and thinking of a way to make digs. So she and the lawyers wrote most of it, and Harry just, laid about and listened and said, "Okay, sounds good. Okay." He could not do it. He could not do it. So it was a dig at the king. It really was. I'm getting. And I think this is saying I don't not that necessarily that he wishes his father were dead, but that their relationship is dead is the way I see it. And they're saying that the relationship is over with his father, like he doesn't even recognize. It was a dig. It was just a nasty dig from Megan. Is what I'm getting. How does Harry feel being caught out? In Harry's defense, he didn't write it, so even though he's lying about that, he didn't write it, so he missed it probably. Or if he was aware of it, was it Harry aware of the mistake, or did he just not even look at it to know? Eight of Wands. Uh-huh. He knew people would talk about it. It was something for people to talk about. Six of Coins. Yep. Always wanting that money from dear old dad. Two of Wands. He knew. He knew. He knew it would be written about all over the internet, and he knew it would be a story. Him and Megan are always looking for the stories. Well, like he knows it's a minor, kind of a minor thing. Like no one's really going to make a big deal about it in general. It's just like people, royal reporters are going to notice, and people who watch closely. But the average person is something the average person's going to miss. But it makes it for a good story there, for sure. Hmm. How does he feel that the average person caught it? So Harry expected the mainstream media to catch on to it. Uh-huh. Knight of Swords. Yeah. So secretively making a dig there, making an attack. He knew, and he was going to use this if the media criticized him as another reason to fight with the media and what they said. And if they said anything untoward, he could use it against them, perhaps. Complain, see, the media's picking on me again. So again and again, I always say Harry and Meghan always instigate the media and the reporters, the royal reporters there, because he knows the royal reporters are going to notice, because American journalists aren't going to notice that kind of thing. So he knew this would be another way to attack the British press. Like, see, they're picking on me again. Look at them, always criticizing me. So yeah, so this was another setup from Megan to make Harry look like the victim. So Harry's gonna look like poor Harry. That mean, nasty British media is picking on him again. We need to shut them down. We need to get rid of freedom of speech. So Harry and Meghan again being out of control, nasty tyrants that they are. Yeah, and Meghan's the main force. But Harry didn't write it. But he's aware of what it said. He knew what was going on. He knew. He knew it was there. It was a dig. It was a dig, and it came from Megan. Megan was like, "Yeah, yeah, do that, do that. Don't write them as His Majesty." Megan can't stand you because it was I definitely agree it was Megan because you know what? Megan would never refer to the Queen as the Queen. It was always Harry's grandmother. So she doesn't want to refer to Charles as His Majesty. I don't think I've ever heard excuse me. I don't think I've ever heard Megan refer to King Charles as His Majesty, right? She never would either. She wouldn't. Because she never referred to the Queen as the Queen. Yep. Yep. So there's trouble between them. It's definitely trouble between them. But you can't tie it back to Megan. And Harry's taken responsibility for writing it. But it was a dig at the monarchy, at the king. It was the crown there blowing it up, like just taking a dig at him in the media, saying, here, you have some, yeah. Hmm. And saying, see, I'm being victimized again by the media. You see, you gotta shut them down. Very so obnoxious. So is that what it is? Megan, let me confirm. Why would Megan take a dig at King Charles? She needs money from King Charles. Doesn't make any sense. But then again, Megan doesn't take responsibility because Harry wrote this, not her, right? So yeah, so why would Megan want to take a dig at King Charles? How's Megan feeling about King Charles? How does she feel about him? Then we'll look at how King Charles feels about it. Because Megan can honestly say, "I didn't know, I didn't know." So it's possible. I get five of swords for her. So, oh, how does Megan feel about King Charles? He's like, "Are you dead yet?" Yeah, she was criticizing him. She is very disappointed there with him. She's very angry. She wants to get him attacked in the press. Hmm. Six of Wands. Because Megan wants them. She thinks, she's more popular than the rest of them. So they're just jealous of us. They're attacking us. So I think that she's waiting for her. It's like a one plane crash away. Megan is one plane crash away for her and Harry, the rightful, in their minds, the rightful king and queen of the world. Pirates, the satanic king and queen there. Well, they're all satanic, I guess. So how did King Charles feel about this mistake Harry made? How did King Charles feel about Harry making the mistake of not referring to him as His Majesty? I think Harry, Charles had a tough time. Oh yeah, Charles is like, mm-hmm. Mhm, he noticed it, but he's taking a beating there, him and Camilla. Hasn't been easy. So this is just the latest, and Harry's been nothing but giving him a headache. Charles has asked Harry not to make the end of his life miserable. Oh, yeah, one second, my camera's crapping out now. Oh, there it's back. Okay. Yeah, King Charles got nothing but a headache from Harry and Harry's antics. He's just really tired of him. He's really tired of everything. Let me see, is there any more of this article here? So I think Megan wrote it is what I'm getting. She's taking a dig. Maybe she just thinks it's funny, but it's not really funny though. She's angry. They're both angry with Charles. Want him out. They want him gone already. Uh, you know. So I don't think Megan or Harry have ever referred to him as His Majesty, and they probably never will. Prince Harry just referred to his father as His Royal Highness King Charles, not His Majesty King Charles. Not a mistake any more than the uncrowned stamp. I don't know, what is she referring to with the uncrowned stamps? I'm not sure what that's referring to. Let me see here. Okay, so according to Twitter, what they're discussing here, they're saying that because it says here that because Charles and Camilla didn't marry in the Church of England, they can't be their majesty. You can't be the head of the Church of England if you weren't married in it. And it says no biographer of Andrew or Camilla Parker Bowles has ever produced an annulment of their marriage. Whoa. Huh. Interesting. So maybe that's why Harry did it. It wasn't a mistake. Maybe that's why a five of swords for Megan. And it is a dig. See, I did get a nasty vibe there from both of them regarding it. Like it was taking a slight there. Is that what it was about? Was it about because King Charles didn't marry Camilla in the Church of England? So they're not really six of swords. Sending a message for sure. Five of Pentacles. Ooh, the couple outside the church. Yeah, so they're pointing out that he's not really His Majesty. He's sending that message with that without saying it. Wow. Yeah, there's Charles and Camilla outside the church. They weren't married in the Church of England, huh? Ooh. That also would explain why, or maybe why in the coronation we didn't hear his oath there. Maybe it has something to do with it. I don't know. Yeah, so they're making a dig about Charles and Camilla's. Harry's gone back and forth about Camilla. On the one hand, he's like, "Oh, she's the enemy. She's terrible," and then on the other hand, it's all about his mother, Empress Reverse. He's still bitter about that. He still holds Camilla responsible for his mother's death. He's so pathetic, Harry. Uh, he really is. Emperor Reverse. He thinks that World Reverse, the globalist card. Emperor Reverse, overturning the government, the Western world there, bringing tyranny. Yep. rebellion on a global scale, the global entity. It's part of the globalist agenda too, is being destructive to Charles and Camilla. I don't want that royal family anymore. The globalists want to get rid of the royal family, I think. That's what it looks like. And Harry's helping them. Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan think they're the only real royals now in this new satanic new world order that they're doing. That's what it looks like. So this is, a dig for sure. And Harry and Meghan are making a dig at Charles and Camilla. So did I get how Charles felt about it? How did Charles feel about this? Let me check here. How did Charles feel about the dig now? Ooh, yeah, oh, there, I got this is what I got last time. That's right, I did ask. I said, how did Charles feel? This was a dig. Charles not very unhappy. He knows what they meant by it. How did Camilla feel about it? Them doing that, making that little mistake. Because they know every little thing they do like that. This is a dig for sure. Yeah. How did Camilla feel about Meghan causing more trouble and referring to Charles as His Royal Highness like that? How did Camilla feel about it? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Camilla's like, they are dead to us. There's no relationship. I will not see them ever again. I never want to see or talk to them ever again. It's over. She's emotionally here. She's like, it's over. They're dead to her. She has no, they're, no longer exist as far as Camilla. She will never, she will never, yeah, give them a time of day, unless they have to be in the same room for some kind of function. Other than that, yeah, Camilla and Charles, they are very unhappy with Harry and Meghan, their little dig. And Camilla could also be waiting for the divorce. Like, why aren't they divorced yet? Wow. This gets deeper and deeper, I'm just looking into a little typo in Harry's statement and I'm opening up a whole other area of interest. But anyways, I'm going to end it there. So I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.